Today, we are talking about stalking allegations, surveillance cameras, restraining orders, and we're not talking about the latest primetime TV drama. We're talking about a mother and a daughter who have declared war on each other, and a 13-year-old boy who finds himself caught in the middle. Isn't that always the way? I mean, the kids are the ones that pick up the tab. Rita claims that her daughter Lisa is alienating her from her 13-year-old grandson Koal and is brainwashing Koal to hate her. Lisa says, look, Rita's just crazy and is the closest to mommy dearest that you can get.
My daughter Lisa is alienating my grandson from me. Lisa tells Koal that he should stay away from me, that I am a bad person.
Koal is not interested in spending any time with Rita. I call her Rita because I don't feel that mother connection with her. I just feel hatred. Rita has no ethics, no honesty, no loyalty. She's not a mother. She's an evil person.
Lisa is very confused, and as a result, I've been forced to take Lisa to court.
She's going to be honking, and you're still going to be sitting here.
Rita is forcing Koal to spend time with her.
You ready? Come on.
Rita doesn't care what Koal wants. It's a power struggle. This is about Rita trying to control my life.
It's not me that's trying to control Lisa. It's her husband, Brian. Had she not married him, I would still be involved in her life and my grandchildren's.
Rita's crazy. I heard that she's placed a tombstone in her backyard with my name on it. She's obsessed with seeing Koal to hurt me.
Lisa is brainwashing Koal against me. They recite this prayer, please keep that witch away from our family. If we see her, do not look at her.
Rita wants everybody to think I'm poisoning Koal because that's how she gets the attention. Rita's self-absorbed and self-centered. She's probably the closest to the mommy dearest that you'll find. I only see Rita if we're in court.
I've gone to court with Lisa at least 15 times. I had to go to court for a restraining order against me. Another time was a restraining order I was placing against her current husband.
Rita attached my ex-husband's wages and levied our bank accounts. I was pregnant at the time. I had a miscarriage.
I don't even know how we're going to make her rent payment when we can't even make our mortgage payment.
She said, I'll take her husband's motorcycle, I'll take his truck.
In 2006, I won my grandparents' rights case. The court awarded me 1 weekend every 3 months plus Christmas Eve with my grandson. But Lisa is not obeying the court order.
Rita's made us all miserable. I want Rita completely out of my life. I don't want to see her. I don't want to hear her name. I'd like to have her name taken off my birth certificate.
Well, we're here with Rita, Lisa, and Lisa's husband, Brian. And I'll just tell all of you from the beginning, I have one interest in this, and it's Koal. I mean, that's the reason that I'm here. That's the reason that I'm talking about this. You said that you were nervous about being on stage with Brian.
I did. There has been threats against me by him in the past, and I just don't feel certain if it would have been good for me to be on the same stage with him.
Okay, so it is physical.
It is physical, yes.
Okay, well, that ain't going to happen.
Okay.
We're all clear about that. That's not what we came here to do, right?
No.
Okay. So you believe that this is not a loving, supporting mother and grandmother, but an evil woman.
Yeah, I do believe she's evil. I was dating my best friend's brother for long, probably close to a year, and my mother ended up having an affair with him.
With your boyfriend?
Yes.
What do you think of your daughter?
I think she's confused. And
She says that you call her an ignoramus and a mental case.
I have never called her that. I have never called her a bad name.
She said it wouldn't surprise her if you had a tombstone in the backyard with her name on it.
I don't know where she comes up with some of these things.
Did you burn her baby pictures?
No, I did not.
Did you throw away all of her hope chests?
No, I did not.
Did you sue her for that?
Yeah.
Okay. You had a miscarriage in '93. You blame her.
Yeah.
Why?
Because I was pregnant. It started with a restraining order on me and my first husband, Keith. And then from there, it went to another lawsuit where she said I owed her money.
And then from there, it went to levying our bank account.
Did you sue her for money damages?
I appealed a lawsuit, so I would say yes, I did sue her.
I'm sorry, why are we suing each other? What, I don't understand.
I sued for my grandparents' rights because I love Koal and I had a relationship with him. She lived with me with Koal. I took Koal to school on some mornings when she had to get up and go other places. When she would leave to go out of town to Reno with her.
So you want what's best for him,
I
and
want
you think
what's best for Koal, and having grandparents in his life are what's best for Koal. She wasn't deprived of her grandparents.
well, she says that you caused him to file bankruptcy, that you asked for her car at the bankruptcy hearing, that they've run up $30,000 to $40,000 in legal fees, that you don't care if their home is foreclosed, that you treat her like roadkill. Why would, is that true?
I've never asked for her car. I have never called her a bad name. I have never asked her for anything.
Are you stalking her?
No, I am not.
Are you stalking the child?
No, I am not.
Because they say you're sitting down the street from the house, you're driving around the neighborhood, you're going around the kids' school.
No.
That they moved and changed their phone number, and that you found them anyway.
I didn't find him. My youngest daughter, Deanna, gave me the information. Plus the fact
Have you told people
never,
she's a drug user?
I never, well, yes, I probably have.
Okay.
And that's the reason, one of the reasons that she's in the state of mind that she's in today, possibly.
You think she's a drug user?
No, she's not a drug user now.
But you think she was?
She was.
You told
I
people
lived
that?
with her. I lived with her when
Okay.
she was.
Did you go online and pretend to be a teacher and harass her?
I didn't harass her. I went online, and this was brought up in the court trial because she moved. I didn't have information. I was hearing things from some of her friends about the children.
Did you pretend to be a teacher?
I did, so I could find out about my grandkids.
Rita treats me like I'm roadkill. She keeps packing away till there's nothing left. I don't even want to answer my front door. I'm afraid it's somebody trying to serve me. Every time I get paid, I know I better put a percentage away for the next attorney. I've already claimed bankruptcy once. My house is in foreclosure. If you really, really love your grandchildren, why would you want your daughter to lose everything?
So can a child be brainwashed to despise his own grandmother? That's what we're talking about today. Now, Lisa says that she calls her biological mother because she doesn't want to refer to her as her mother. Rita is obsessed with ruining her life and using her 13-year-old son, Koal, as a weapon to create that havoc, to ruin her life. That's her lever, that's her hammer to get at her. She says Rita stalks her family, so Lisa had surveillance cameras installed because she fears her mother could actually be dangerous. Now Rita says, no. I won a visitation with Koal in court, and she says that she would like to someday pursue visitation with her other grandchildren. Now Lisa's ex-husband Keith, who's Koal's biological father, has a stake in this scenario as well. Take a look.
I am still unable to see Koal because of actions that Lisa and Koal's father Keith have taken.
The day that Rita won the right to see Koal, my heart fell out of my chest. I felt I had failed my son as a father.
I won my grandparents' rights case because I proved that there was a bond between my grandson Koal and myself.
It seems like a loophole to me, and she's found it and jumped right in it. When you're divorced, there's a law out there that actually allows people that, say they have a right to see your child to step in. I'm very pissed off at the court. It makes no sense to me whatsoever.
I'm very frustrated because even though I've had 2 visits with Koal, it still hasn't allowed me to have the time with him that I deserve as a grandparent.
She said one time I tried to rape her. There's 2 things in life I don't tolerate. It's thieves and liars, and I definitely don't want a person around Koal that lies.
Did you say that?
No, I did not.
You didn't say he
I
tried
did
to
not.
rape you?
No, I did not. I've never been in a room alone with the man.
Why do you say that she's accused you of trying to rape her?
Because she has. When
Who
me and
did
Lisa
she say it to?
Lisa, when we were together, married, we actually lived together in a house. She said I was sneaking under her door trying to get in and rape her. And
Did she say that?
Yeah, she did. She said he was looking underneath the crack underneath the door and that he was trying to get in. He wanted to rape her.
Did you say that?
No, I did not. Your tongue alone can send you to hell, and I'll tell you this. If that was the case, I wouldn't have left it at there. I would have called the police, and he would have been spending his time in jail.
You can't call if there's no evidence, but you can ruin a relationship with your
You don't have to have
lies.
evidence for rape. You can call and they'll initiate the case. I would have went in for an examination, whatever it took. No, 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 no.
Okay, so why are you here?
I just want to be free. I don't want Rita's shadow on me
Why have you
anymore.
engaged back and forth with this lawsuit stuff? I mean, you've got children involved here. You've got Koal in the middle of all of this. Why are we in this? Listen, I got a real problem with inviting the government, inviting the court system into a family.
We had no choice. She filed it. We have to appear. We have to make
No
our
other
case.
alternative. I was left with no other alternative. This was it for me.
She don't see any of her grandkids. She's never even asked for, since we haven't talked in 2002, she never sent any, even my two little ones, a card, a birthday card. She's never tried.
Excuse me, when her youngest was born, I didn't even know it.
Good. I didn't
I
want
didn't
you to
know it.
know. I didn't want you around me.
I had no
She gave
idea.
gifts to the children.
No, she never gave
And
gifts to the
Did you
children.
cut them up and put them back on her lawn?
No, I didn't even have children. And when she's referring to the restraining order in
She
1993,
says you cut up the gifts that she bought for the kids and left them in her yard.
what gifts?
She did a drive-by and threw it out of her
Oh,
window
you're so
into my
full of
front
it.
yard.
I
So-
wouldn't go in your neighborhood and do a drive-by.
I have tried everything that...
But now, wait a minute. These are factual matters. This isn't. Somebody is lying.
And it's
Did
her.
you or did you not take gifts she had purchased for the children, shred them up, and throw them on her yard?
Absolutely not.
Okay.
What gifts?
She did.
I swear
so
on my
you're
life.
saying that's true.
I swear
It's
on-
absolutely true. I have no reason
You could
to.
pass a polygraph that's true.
Yes, I could.
Do you see her do
I
it?
hope you're a good liar.
I
I'll
did
take one
see
right
her
now.
do it.
Right now.
I saw the Cadillac pull up out
What
front.
Cadillac?
An old brown
Time out, right there, right
Cadillac.
there. Let's just what year did you see the Cadillac?
What year?
This was 1990,
I didn't even.
1991.
Cole
Cadillac
wasn't
was
even
gone.
born until '94.
It was gifts that I had.
I didn't have a kid. Woo! Who's
gifts.
out there?
It was gifts that I had purchased for my grandchildren.
Right.
And when my grandchildren
She shred them up, threw them on your
shred
yard.
them up and
94?
threw it
Our
in my
grandkids
front
weren't
yard.
born yet.
She didn't. My sister's kids. She might be talking about. I didn't have kids.
This was right after
do,
she
I wasn't
filed
aware.
against me.
Are
in
you sure
court.
it's the right daughter?
I'm positive she was driving.
Yeah,
I
are
know
you
the two
sure?
of them.
Okay. So you didn't do that.
No.
Do
no,
do
no,
you?
No.
My son was there that day.
Really? What was he? 2? And who's brainwashing who?
You're annoying. That's
Well, I'm
your
19
problem.
years
You
from
are
old for sure.
annoying.
Good.
You're
I'm glad I'm annoying to you
disrespectful,
because
you're
I'm
annoying.
returning the favor.
Where's your son?
He's
Is it
right there.
okay? Did you see them throw these shredded up toys in the yard?
I remember there was a bag full of just shredded up toys, books, stuff that she had bought for holidays and had given to the kids.
Now, my sister returned some stuff to her
No, she did
when
not.
she quit, when her and Rita had an argument.
No,
but I
she
didn't
did
have kids, so she didn't give my
No, she
kids
did
toys,
not.
and I didn't shred toys and go by her house.
Do you tell your kids that Rita is a witch who will burn them?
No, I would. You know what? I would never tell my kids that. I go to church.
Do you finish prayers by saying and protect us from the wicked witch?
No, I would
grandmother?
never even say. Well, you know, that must be something you made up about your own self.
That
Good
was,
analogy.
that was
Fits perfect.
testified in court during the grandparents'
Yeah,
rights,
by
Dr.
your
Phil.
sister who you put in jail and filed a restraining order.
Did you file a restraining order against your sister?
It was an order that the judge filed for her to stay away from me.
That's a restraining order.
No, it's not a restraining order.
Okay. We're talking to a mother and daughter who've been at war with each other for really almost a lifetime. And they're bringing their latest court battle here to our stage today. Lisa says that her relationship with her mother, Rita, is non-existent. She wishes that she could take Rita's name off her birth certificate. Rita says she doesn't understand where this hatred is coming from. Let's take a look at where this all seemed to have started years ago.
Rita's husband, Garrett, was my boyfriend in high school, my freshman year. Rita was having sex with Garrett when he was 18, and she was 31. At 14, this was a huge betrayal. I was in shock and embarrassed.
I think Lisa did consider Garrett a boyfriend, but I don't think the feeling was mutual.
It was horrible. I watched my dad cry every night. I got harassed at school.
I did not start my relationship with Garrett until after my divorce. That's another one of Lisa's misconceptions. He pursued me, and we've been together almost 30 years.
We lived in a small town. I was the brunt of a lot of jokes. Where's your mother, sleeping with your ex-boyfriend?
Okay, does that seem right to you?
Right in what way? That she's lying, or right in that I did what she says I did?
Well, did you start dating her ex-boyfriend when you were 31 and he was 18?
No, I didn't.
Did you start having sex with him when you were 31 and he was 18?
No, I did not.
Am I missing the math a little bit, or did you?
I'm 44, and she's been with him 30 years.
Sure, first of all, she never dated, really. She had a severe
never
crush
dated
on
him.
my husband, and her father and I both told her, he is too old for you. You
They were
are
going to
not
high school
going to
together?
date. He was a senior and she
When
was
I
a
was a
freshman.
freshman.
She had just started high school.
Were you cheating on
Yeah, I
your?
wonder why.
I have never cheated on my
Jeez,
husband.
I'm crazy because of you.
You should be ashamed of yourself.
Yeah,
I'm
you
embarrassed
should be,
for
Rita.
her.
You should be ashamed
You're
of
embarrassed for
yourself.
her?
I am embarrassed for her because
I'm
I
embarrassed
raised
you
her
were
to
sleeping
have
with an
morals
18-year-old
and
and
integrity.
cheating
I
on my
thought,
father.
But somewhere something's gone wrong with her.
Weren't you kind of old to be dating him, or
I
not
wasn't
dating him?
dating him. I wasn't dating him. And I mean, you look at Larry King. How old is Larry King? And his wife is half of his age. I mean, it's always the misconception. It's okay for the guy, but it's not okay
It's
for the woman.
okay when you're 30.
When I
Larry,
got-
I didn't bring you into this at all. I didn't say squat. Nothing. But I mean, come on. Is there just bad blood from? I mean, did this start there and it's just boiled up until now?
I've tried to forgive her a lot, but it always ends up in the
Well,
same. There's no
obviously,
trust.
my husband walked her down the aisle twice. That all of our grandkids know as my husband as their grandfather. So
I
this
still
is
love,
just
I still really
this is
love
just-
Garrett. He's a nice
I'll
person
bet.
until you drove him crazy. Now he's half the shell he was.
She thinks because she has a friendship or a platonic relationship with a man that after that point she owns that man. That man is supposed
Keith,
to be.
do I own you? Or are we
that
pretty
man is
good darn
supposed
friends?
to be there for her whenever she needs him. That's always her best friend. She doesn't
No,
know how
I
to
hold
separate
on to friends.
herself.
That's something you don't know.
Let me tell you, is there a tug of war going on here and Koal is the rope?
That's not my purpose, no.
Are you?
I don't tell Koal anything. This
No, 'cause you don't
relationship
see
for the
him.
grandparents' rights is between my relationship with Koal. It has nothing at all to do with her, how many people that she's with, who she's been married to. This is specifically so that Koal has the right to have a relationship with me as his grandmother, and that is extremely
Koal?
important.
Yeah, why call and not the
You
other?
had 4 of the grandkids you had a
No,
choice
well,
to see.
7.
No, but she has
That
4 of the
because
grandkids you had a choice to see, and you see
Excuse
none of them.
me. Excuse
Why
me.
You've been
Koal?
talking the whole
Excuse
show.
me.
Well, what do you want to say?
I want to say she has 7 grandkids. One is 22, chooses not to see her. Her husband filed a restraining order on him. She has one 18 that does not want to see her.
Lisa filed the restraining
I did not.
order. and
I
we had
filed
to
a restraining
respond.
order on
It's
my
in
nephew,
your
who I love and
handwriting.
adore.
It's in your handwriting.
Oh, please.
Well, did
now-
y'all
oh
get?
my
Did you
gosh.
guys? Did you guys get like a season pass to the courthouse or something?
Oh, we have
Should.
one.
We should have our own parking
no,
spot
seriously.
there.
Every
Why?
time she filed, I have to respond. If I
Oh,
don't have, if I
bull.
don't respond,
I filed one on you and got it.
why did you try to take this to Judge Judy then? How ridiculous!
You know why? Because I want the whole world to know what you are, because
Well,
you get
now
away
you've
with
got
everything
your
you
chance.
do.
It doesn't-
Judy, I didn't bring you into this either. Larry and Judy are both friends of mine, and I didn't bring you into this at all.
I really hate Lisa. She's a bitch. Koal should know that my mother is a very loving grandmother.
Rita controls her son. He's a puppet. Sean is 25 years old, still lives at home with mom.
Keith is pussy whipped. I believe Keith and Lisa are having an affair, even while she's married to her current husband.
Well, today we're talking to a family divided and divided and divided and divided. Lisa, her husband Brian, and her ex-husband Keith all agree that Lisa's mother Rita should not have visitation with her 13-year-old grandson Koal. They say she's evil, that she's vindictive, and that she uses the court system to attack them, harass them, and control them. Rita says she will stop at nothing to fight for her grandparents' rights. Now, we had a chance to talk to 13-year-old Koal and find out how he feels about the situation. And as you watch this, I want you to listen very carefully to everything he has to say.
I don't want to see my grandmother. She's just a bad person. My grandmother is taking us to court for the right to see me. I've told her over the phone that I don't want to have a relationship with her, and she just ignores that. I've had visitations with her twice. The first time I asked to leave early and she wouldn't let me leave. She kept on saying that I need to hear her side of the story. She doesn't like my real dad. Neither does she like my stepdad. She said bad stuff about my parents. I brought up the subject when her husband socked my dad in the face, and she said she wasn't there to stop it. And then like a little bit longer into the conversation, she said she tried to stop him, but before she said she wasn't there. And no, she lies a lot because I've heard my parents talk about court and stuff. She said when she was sitting out front of her house, I chased her car down when that's not true. I'm mad because it's my grandmother's fault that my parents are having to go through all this. And I'm sad because my mom's always stressed and my dad's stressed. I'd like Rita just to leave my family alone.
Okay, how do you feel about what you just heard?
I think that Koal's confused, and I noticed that on the film, he mentioned that his mother's stressed when she comes home from court, and he's hearing what she says. He's not supposed to hear anything that goes on about court. He's supposed to be kept out of that.
You said that you never say a word to him about any of this, that you don't talk to him about it, that you protect him from it.
Last conversation I had with Koal, he had a lot of questions, and I told him, when you become 18 years old, all this will be public record to you.
Well, let me read you what he said, because I had it transcribed.
Okay.
He said, and I can play it back if we need to, I had visitation with her twice. The first time I asked to leave early, and she wouldn't let me leave. She kept on saying that I needed to hear her side of the story. She doesn't like my real dad or my stepdad. Is he lying?
Saying it on the phone.
Well, I think
when she
he's
called our
confused.
house.
I
Well,
wouldn't call
he
my
didn't sound
grandson
confused
a
when he
liar.
said it. He said,
Well,
and I
then-
quote, she kept on saying that I needed to hear her side of the story.
Then Koal's lying, and it was probably because of his mother
How
telling
does he
him.
know you don't like his father and his stepfather?
I've never told him that.
He said, I brought up the subject where her husband socked my dad in the face. That sounds mature. She said she wasn't there to stop it. Longer into the conversation, she said she tried to stop him.
No, he's wrong about that. I did say to Koal, I said, if Poopa and B got into a fight, which B being him, how would that be my fault? If I'm not the one that hit him, how could I be blamed for this? And he said, my mother told me it was your
Oh,
fault.
he didn't
Okay.
say that because I was standing
that's
there when he
about
was
the time
talking
she
on the
yelled,
phone.
"Hang
You're a
up,
liar.
Okay, given the intensity of your involvement here,
Why don't you just tell the truth and
given
just put it out there?
given the intensity of your involvement here and the litigious nature of y'all's relationship and the struggle to stay in his life and on his radar, is it really credible to think that you've never said a word to him about any of this? That you never tried to set him down and say, let me set the record straight with you?
No, I've never said that to Koal. I know better. When you go through a grandparents' rights case, that is foremost in the judge's mind.
Well, I'm not asking what your
and-
attorney told you to
No,
admit or not
no,
admit. So,
no, and it's not up. Koal shouldn't hear these things. These are things that, if you're going to say these things, it should be to the adults. They should work it out and talk about this.
so you didn't say to Koal, you need to hear my side of the
No,
story?
I did not. No, I did
Now
not.
Koal's a
Reckon why
liar,
he would
too.
say that?
Because of his mother.
Oh, it's always me. Nobody else can speak for themselves.
Are y'all talking to him about the court situation? I mean, one of the things that bothered me most, and let me tell you what, the last thing he said on that tape, I'm sad. I'm sad because my mother is always stressed and my dad's stressed. I'd like Rita to just leave my family alone. But what he said was, I'm sad.
It makes me sad. I come home stressed from court. I can't get out of bed.
You can't hide it.
I can't, you know, he knows that I went to court. He's going to be 14. He knows I was in court. Of course I'm sad. I got to look at her. I got to hear her lies. I got to have, I'm a good mom. And he's a wonderful dad. And he's a wonderful stepdad. And we have no say in court. Nothing. Only Rita, 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 Rita. But she's a con. She's an awesome liar.
The relationship between Rita and Lisa is it's like a war.
I don't trust Rita. I honestly believe that she's crazy. Something's not right.
Lisa can be vindictive. Lisa tried to convince my daughter Deanna to file kidnapping charges against me.
For Lisa and Rita, the future looks like Baghdad.
Today we're talking about what happens when family feuds turn into legal wars. Now, Rita took her daughter Lisa to court for visitation with her 13-year-old grandson, and she won. But Lisa appealed. Rita says this isn't over. She will fight to the end to see Koal. Is this worth it? Is it worth it? I mean, to see the pain in your daughter's face, to hear your grandson saying what he's saying, is it worth it? Is this a payoff for you?
No, it's not a payoff. It's not a payoff. Koal could be a key to a lot of things. Koal,
Koal doesn't have a job.
No,
Koal shouldn't have to be a
that's
key
not
to
what it is.
anything.
I'm talking about
Koal should be a kid.
Koal is a child. He is a kid. But through Koal, a lot of other things, with a relationship with me, it could create a better.
But Koal shouldn't have the job of creating better relationships in your life. You don't give a kid a job.
No, you don't, and I'm not saying you should. I'm not saying you should, but I'm saying at the same time, I carried her for 9.5 months.
Oh,
I gave
please.
birth to her. I raised her. And from
I'm
that,
the one that suffered.
I
Yeah,
am
till
talking
14.
from
You
that,
raised me till
I have
14.
grandchildren, and
You didn't
because
finish
of
raising
her
me or my
annihilation
sister.
and her constantly interfering in my relation with my mother, with my other
never
daughter,
had a
with my
relationship
other
with your mother.
grandchildren,
Even she knows
it's
what
come
she
to this,
gave
and
birth
I am
to.
not going to stand for it anymore.
I have no doubt.
She back
never
in and go
shuts
back in
up.
time,
Even
she'd
in
do
court,
it.
It was the same way. She was making faces, they was giggling, he was
Nobody
slumping in the
giggles.
chair. The judge had to warn him, if you don't straighten up, I'm going to have the bailiff take you out of my court.
No, that's not what she said.
That's not it
You're
at all.
lying.
I've only seen Koal 2 times in the last 5 years. I have 2 other grandchildren that I would love to get to know. Lisa's youngest child, Dalton, I didn't even know when he was born. I have never seen that child.
I don't trust Rita. I know what Rita's capable of. She's good at manipulating people. And when you mess with somebody's mind, especially a kid, it can affect them for the rest of their life.
It makes me angry. I'm going to stand up for my rights because I am going to see my grandson and have a relationship with him. Family is everything, and in the end, that's all you have.
Lawsuits, restraining orders, even a fist fight at church, by the way. Today we're talking to a family who's in one big battle, and it's over a 13-year-old boy. 13-year-old boy is not here because I will not allow it. We're back with Rita, who says her daughter Lisa, son-in-law Brian, refused to allow her to have court-ordered visits with her grandson Koal. Now, Lisa and Brian say Rita has been telling vicious lies for years and years. Now, Koal's biological dad, Keith, is also here. He agrees that Rita is the root of the problem. So the biological dad, the stepdad, the mother all agree. You seem to be telling me that there are all of these relationships that are ruined and that you've made Koal a battleground. You're standing up for your rights right here, right now, and you're making this a battleground. Is this not really about Koal? Is it about all of these other relationships that you say have been damaged?
No, I don't feel I'm making it a battleground. He is my grandson. I have the right to see Koal.
Rights come with responsibilities.
That's right.
Rights come with responsibilities. Is the price of pushing this too high? Or what are you getting out of this? And is the cost too high? Is the cost to Koal too high?
I don't think it'll be too high. Koal had a good relationship with my husband and Sean and myself. And he spent a lot of time with us.
Never alone.
You were not there.
Never.
And-
Where was
and
I? I'm his mama.
Excuse
Where was
me, I don't think
Excuse
Dr.
me,
Phil
where
asked
was
you the
I?
question.
Where was I?
Koal would come in, he would play, he knew he had a place in my bed. And if the truth means that
In your
I'm
bed? Save his place in your bed.
with me and his grandfather.
We're not going to repeat
He
the whole
always,
thing back
see,
from
this is what I put up with.
1979, are we?
This is what I can't stand.
Well, maybe she wants Koal to stay in his bed as
Gloria,
long as her
what-
son did at 15.
Sean, I missed what you said.
I was telling him to shut up because nobody was talking to him.
That Sean was in bed with me until he was 15.
He
That's
was.
a liar. That is a lie.
That's when I
that
lived at
is
your
a
house
lie.
for those 9 months during my divorce. Sean was either in your
That
bed or at
is
the
a
end of your
lie.
bed.
What are you throwing him under the bus for? He's
Yeah.
just sitting there minding his own business.
Exactly. Exactly.
I mean, you can all, but both of you are trying to put the best face on your side of this. The very fact of the intensity of the litigation going back and forth tells me that you're all out of whack on this deal. A family that's suing each other back and forth, whether you're suing, counter-suing, going back and forth, just the intensity of the litigation tells me that this situation is out of balance. Do you not see that?
I see that, and I
But
do. And every
you're
time
gonna
I
give me a
let her
but
back
now.
in my life, no, I'll say, well then, or however. Whenever she wants something, then I get a call. Mom, I need money for my divorce. I can't pay for it. Or Mom, I can't pay my utility bills. Or Mom, I bought the wrong car and now I want to trade it in, but I owe more on the car than it's worth.
so
Can you
full of
come
it.
down here and negotiate this for
She
me?
didn't give me any money when I was on my own since 14. She was supposed to pay child support. She never paid hers.
No.
Whatever. I have
You
the
are
court
really
document.
confused.
Did any of the three of you hear anything I said, or were you thinking of what you were going to say next
No, I heard what
with
you
your
said.
however or
I heard
maybe?
you said, but you said don't say but, so I changed it.
Okay.
No, I know I've made mistakes.
Well, that's very clever, but are you getting my
I
point?
get exactly where
This
you're coming
relationship needs a hero,
It
and you
does.
need to take a step
It
back.
does, and
This
I
relationship needs a hero. You need to take a step back. We're talking about family. People always wonder why we bite hardest at those that we are closest to, and it's because we have so much invested with them. We have so much history here. But what I'm trying to get you guys to understand is you went to court and got visitation rights. Okay, you got them. You got them. You're going to appeal them, right?
Oh, yeah, we already have.
Okay, you're appealing those.
Yeah, it's already been the decision already.
Okay,
came
so the
down.
decision is that she gets to have the visitation. Okay, if that's where you are, then that's where you are. Just stop the battle. You know, there's two rules I say don't ever violate with a child. Number one, don't hold them responsible for things they don't control. And don't engage them with adult issues. Do you have a story or a question for me? Click the link in the description and tell me what in the world is going on.